Hi there, my name is Aaron Short. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today is August the 21st. It's Monday and it's 4 p.m. in New York City. Back to my regular time of 4 o'clock this week. Next week will also be another early session, 1 o'clock next week. Please put it on your calendars. Not sure what's going to happen with these times. If I keep getting Monday gigs, I might move the time to 1 o'clock permanently. But for now, I'm just going to switch, see which time works the best for people. I'm doing a lot of testing right now with the videos, seeing what works and what doesn't. So we'll just keep testing things, if you don't mind. And if you missed the 1 o'clock show next week and tune in at 4, at least you can watch the replay, which is basically the same thing. You just can't ask any questions, right? You can still ask questions in the chat below, in the comments section. So let's say hi to everyone. K Webb is first. Congratulations. Says hi all. Let's make this fit a little bit better in the screen. K Webb, good to see you here today. There we go, that's better. I'm chopping your name off, that's better. Formerly known as T, says, all right, Aaron. Hey, Bedouin, hello to all in chat. Don't forget to give a thumbs up. Yes, it all helps. Please, please. I'm really enjoying doing all this content lately, but I do need your support. I can't do it without you. I need, most importantly, I need people to watch all the videos because my goal with these regular videos is to get my views up to 1,000 views per video. Apparently that is a good benchmark for a YouTube channel. So if you could watch the videos, if you could leave a comment on them, if you could like or dislike them, whichever you want to do, depending on how you feel about the video, it's fine with me. This is all feedback for me. I'm trying to work out what works the best for what I'm doing here. I do want to do a bit of everything. I don't want to just do one thing. I definitely want to do everything. This channel really is meant for me to extend my music. So, you know, in case people are wondering, my day job is to play music. I play sometime between 4 and 7 shows a week. That's how I make money. This channel was always supposed to be an extension of that, to talk about those shows and how the journey of finding the equipment to express myself at the shows. And of course, in recent years, now we're also into gear. It's been more about talking about the gear and about the companies and the people as well. You become friends with the people and the people that buy the gear, the people that make the gear. It's really an extension of that, and that's what I'm trying to do here. But hopefully, my ultimate goal for this is also this will become its own thing as well, and they'll kind of integrate fully. That's what I'm hoping will happen. And of course, the only way that will work is if people come to my shows and if people continue to book me live and if people come to my videos and continue to watch the videos and share them. So please watch the videos, and if there's anything you think is interesting to people you know, please do send them to them to get some more eyes on the channel. I'd really appreciate that help, that support. Patsy Smith, gosh, you were both early. Yeah, thanks for being early. That's awesome. Have you listened to Aaron singing the John Mayer song? I'll talk about that later on. But yes, along those lines, please watch that video. Watch them all. Please watch them all. I need views. Beto Win says, hi, Aaron. Hi, all in the chat. Have a great show. Thank you, buddy. You're always here. I appreciate your support every week. Rosanna, are you back from vacation? Good evening, Aaron, everyone here in the chat. Happy Monday. Are you back from vacation? Let us know how it was, because I haven't spoke to you guys since I saw you in New York City. And that goes for you as well, Lee. Let us know. Give us some information on the trip, please. We'd love to know. And thanks for moderating today and keeping those trolls at bay. Zane says, good evening. Regards from England. Great to see you here. George is in Connecticut. No, awesome. Not too far. Rosanna, love the new intro. So I'm running I use Ecamm Live for these live streams. I pay a subscription for that, and I use that for the live streams and also for the videos. I love the way it works, and they don't release a ton of new updates, but when they do, they're very good. This latest beta that I'm running today, hopefully it won't crash, it has this new ability to make shapes and blurs and intros. So now I can actually the old intro was a static picture made in Canva, which is another great piece of software that I do subscribe to make all my thumbnails with. But with the new features in the new beta for Ecamm, you can make those dynamic intro screens in Ecamm. And that means that you can easily, I could easily change the title. So I could have a title for the stream and just change it rather than having to go to Canva and then export it and import it. Everything now can be done within Ecamm. So I'll still keep Canva because it's amazing for doing graphic work. It's like a graphics editor. It's great for removing backgrounds and making thumbnails. But the more they add to Ecamm, the better for the live streams as well. So they're doing a good job. You can hear I'm saying a lot this weekend. You can hear it in my voice. So I'm drinking tea. So thanks for that, Rosanna. Thanks for noticing. Mark's in Staffordshire. Great. Hopefully this time's not too late for you over in the UK. Dr. McFarlane's here. Good to see you, buddy. I'm going to talk about some quad cortex today. Kevin is here from Indiana. It's great turnout today. K Webb is waiting to hear how well the S1 Pro performed the other day. I can talk about that in detail if you like me to. Do me a favor and just remind me to do that once I've gone through my initial introduction. I'll be happy to talk about that. I've got experience with that now. Paul's in Montana. It's great. Prodigal Nation, the live John Mayer song was sweet. Thank you. I'll talk about that as well. I'm gonna start every show now by talking through the week's videos to give you some backstory and talk about how they were received and any details I missed out you want me to talk about. Then I'm going to skim over any news. There's some news today and some news coming as well. Really exciting news coming. And then I'm going to go into Q&A. So we have 3 sections of the show now. So Paul says hi from Montana. This is awesome. Great cover. Thank you very much. I'll talk about that. And I want to talk about this cover I released today because I think it's exciting for people to perform. I don't know how many people watching the show are performers. I'm guessing a lot of people that watch my channel are performers because you're probably watching for the acoustic guitar stuff. And most people that play acoustic guitar and are interested in acoustic guitar pickups, which is what a lot of my channel is about, are out there performing gigs. And that's why I think today's video is very important. And I'll talk more about that when I get to that section of today. But I'm very excited about the TC stuff right now, what I'm doing with it. Very, I'm not overselling it. I'm really. I'll talk about it in a bit. I'm very. Something's happened. I want to talk about. Nothing. Something in me has happened with the gigs. I want to talk about it. It sounds well over the top, but it's not. I promise. David says, "What do you think of the Donna Hush One silent guitar?" Well, first of all, that's a terrible name, isn't it? The Hush. It's like Hush, Donna Hush. And second of all, David, I saw some guy. He looked a bit like you, but he was more handsome, and he did a video of that yesterday, and actually the pickup sounded very good, but I wasn't sure. It's all these Allen keys to tune it and stuff. I don't know. Seems a bit fiddly to me, but yeah, he looked just like you. Actually, you should check that guy out. Lee says we had a great relaxing holiday, but very lazy on the beach, drinking Margaritavilles. We are back, only just about back to normal. We had a wonderful holiday, super hot in Mexico, 35 every day. Well, 35, that's not, yeah, someone translate that for me because I don't know what that means anymore. Spectacular lightning storms. Oh, wow. Is that a good thing? A lot of crazy things going on right now with the weather, isn't there? Crazy things happening everywhere. But anyway, let's talk about music for this hour. Mike Carter, good to see you. I made a chat for now as I leave. I have an early start tomorrow. Love the John Mayer cover and we appreciate knowing the settings of the Voice Live unit. Yeah, do me a favor then. There's so many chats coming through. Either send me a super chat with your question, or I'd appreciate it. But if you don't want to do that, just put a Q and then the question, and then I can filter by a Q and come back to it later because I've got so many comments on my screen that I won't be able to remember. Bear with me because I'm always thinking about what I'm going to talk about next. So to also remember the questions you give me is too much. I wish Ecamm would let us mark things a bit better, but anyway, that's another topic. But yeah, either if you ask me a question so far, if you want me to answer it, put a Q and then the question, and I'll answer it later on. Or you can send me a super chat and I'll answer it right away, of course. Oh, Rosanna says that's 95. Awesome. Great. So let's get into it. I want to keep you waiting. So I'm going to start by talking through the week's videos that I put up. So let me just bring up my list here. I'm going to tell you how they did, how I feel about them, and if I missed anything out in the video that you should know, because that does occasionally happen. So I think last Monday's was the how to really use bar chords, or was that Sunday's? Anyway, 394 views, pretty good. I'm glad I could do a lesson style video. I'll do more of those. That was well received. Sometimes I'm just playing and think, oh, I should put that in a video. It's a cool tip that I've learned over the years. So I'm going to keep doing those on occasion. Which Martin size is the best for you? 369 views, about the same. I always think those Martin videos will get more views, but they haven't been lately. So it seems a bit niche, the whole Martin acoustic thing. But I wanted to do that simply because I had the 3 guitars here. So I wanted to talk about the 3 sizes of them and play them. So yeah, hopefully that's useful to someone that's shopping for either an OM, an M, or an HD right now. Then the blue chip pick. So I bought that. I actually got that while Lee and Rosanna were here. And I wanted to make the video. That did 575. That was actually well received. And I didn't think it would be. I thought the blue chip pick would be more niche than the Martin videos, which is interesting. But there we go. I guess stuff like that is interesting to people. So I'm still not sure about that. I haven't been using it. I'm still using the Jazz 3s are everywhere here. I'm still a big fan of the Jazz 3. But I wanted to make the video because I did buy the blue chip. And I do like it. I just like these more, I think. So if that ever changes, I'll make an updated video to say I've switched to keep people in the loop. But still love the Jazz 3s. Right, then a big video for me personally. Which Martin guitar do you prefer? Headphones recommended. People want the results. That's going to be coming very soon. I might work on that tonight. I've got a few videos I must do tonight and tomorrow. But that's going to come very, very soon. I want to give you the answers. I want to tell you which guitar I decided to keep. Well, you may be able to guess which one I kept, but a little preview for you that are here on the live stream. I'll talk in detail about which I'm going to play the video of the actual guitars so you can see what they were. And I'm then going to tell you how they sounded in the room, because they do sound different in the room. And that's one of the things that became obvious with that video. They sound different in the room. And you watching that video really surprised me with the choices. Really surprised me. So I'm going to have to talk about that. That'll be coming soon. Then 1,000 views on the how to remove unwanted noise. I didn't think that would do so well. I made that video because I just bought a new bag of those pick holders. And I thought I should make the video because I had them here and I wanted to make the video. I didn't think it did that well. I think videos do well when you say the words remove, fix, unwanted noise, and cheap. The fact there's a dollar bill in the picture and it says cheap way to remove unwanted noise. I think people are looking on YouTube for ways to fix things themselves, make things better themselves for cheap. And why not, right? So that was a good lesson learned for me. Are YouTube acoustic guitar demos misleading? That's a video I think I mentioned on here I'd make months ago. And I think Rosanna said she wanted to see that. And I've been recording so much acoustic lately, I wanted to see as well, how do those mics affect the sound? So that did 582, pretty good. Not great, not bad. I found it very educational. Hopefully other people did too. Then the buyer's market. I just had to make that. I can't sell anything right now. So I wanted to put that into a video. And I wanted an excuse to use that emoji in the thumbnail, the poopy emoji. So I did that, 429 views. Then I did want to go and trade that amp in at Guitar Center. So I did it anyway, even though no one asked me to. 377, not bad. And then yesterday, my voice was shot because I did 2 gigs on Saturday and then a gig Sunday morning. And I was absolutely shattered. I was so tired. And I've been recording, and I might talk about this later as part of the Voice Live 3 thing. I've been recording all the gigs lately. It's so easy with this rig I have now. And I was listening back to all of them. And, you know, when you listen back to yourself play, when I listen back, I always think, oh, I don't like that, I don't like that. But I listened to that version of that song, and I liked it. Okay, it's not perfect, but I thought, you know, I'm pretty happy with that. I like that performance. So I thought, you know, why not just chop that out, bring the level up, and throw it online as a song? You know, why not put more songs up there? And I mean, it's done pretty well. It's got it's only a 3-minute video, so I don't know why people wouldn't watch it unless you hate the John Mayer song. But 206 views already. I think that's good. I think it's something different. Somebody said, don't put songs on this channel, keep it for gear, or keep this channel for songs and have another channel for gear. I don't want to do that. I understand the point. And the thing about YouTube is YouTube wants you to do one thing. They want you to do just videos about fishing on Sundays. They want you to be specific. They don't want you to do guitars, singing, ukuleles, electric guitars, acoustic guitars, recording, music industry. You think that'd be a good thing, but you're cutting your audience up when you do that. It'd be like a sports channel showing a drama series. It doesn't make sense. But everything I'm doing is music, and it does all. It's all going towards the same goal. Everything I talk about, for me, ultimately, And the reason I want to put those songs up is that everything I do really is ultimately to make me sound better when I do a gig. And I think that's been happening recently, and that's why I'm excited. The technology is starting to come together and make me improve my shows and how much stuff I take to shows and how I sound at shows. That is my ultimate goal. Of course, I love buying guitars, and I've bought guitars and just, played open chords on them and not used them at a gig and then sold them on. I'm into that as well, as a lot of people are, but the real ultimate goal is to get gear that I can take out or perform on the channel with, and makes me feel like things are improving from a performance perspective. That is what I'm all about. So I want to keep everything on the channel, and the absolute truth of it is as well, I honestly can't be bothered to run 2 channels. I've thought about doing a walking channel where I walk around New York and Manhattan, because those videos get thousands of views, no copyright, and they're long videos. I've thought about doing that myself because I love to walk around. I thought about I could travel around America and walk around and post videos. Such easy content to make. You just stick a phone on your backpack and you walk around and you upload it. And I thought about doing that, but honestly, I didn't even want to make the other channel and log out and log into the other channel and blah, 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 blah. So, in the future, I might do something like that if I had the time, but I don't have the time. I'm already behind on videos. I've done so many videos, doing a video every day, that I've started to catch up, but I've got more videos now that I've got to make, fresh videos from this week that I've got to make of some really cool stuff. I'm already behind even more than I was, so I haven't got time to do another channel. So to be absolutely honest with you, the songs are going to be for those days that I can't make a video. I'm gonna save songs from gigs, and then if I've lost my voice or I'm tired or I just can't make a video that day, I'll put a song up, and that will be almost like a filler. But I don't want it to be a filler. It's going to be really the end game. But it's going to be so fillers are not the right word, but it's going to be a filler for my time. All right. But ultimately, it's going to be what this channel is all about. How do we sound better when we play the guitar? So that was the week's videos. Let me know if you've got any thoughts or comments or questions about any of those videos. And now we'll get to the Q&A section. So if I missed your question, ask me again. Or does peppermint tea never tasted better on a day like today? I also picked up my musician's earplugs finally today, the revised ones. So that'll be another video I've got to do. They're great. They're really great. All right. Rosanna loves lightning. Didn't rain. It was just on the horizon every night, and most of the way home out of the plane window. Oh, that's scary. Exactly. Yeah. I wouldn't want to see that in the plane. Slightly disconcerting. Disconcerting. Yeah. Slightly. I'd be freaking out. Matthew Proctor, huge fan. LR Baggs, Anthem SL, or change to hi-fi my own 28. Anthem SL. Done. But here's the thing, right? Sounds like you've already got the SL, so don't take it out. The SL for me is still my favorite. But I hear that in my video, I allude to the fact that the hi-fi is the beginning of a new family of pickups. And I believe that to be true based on what Baggs have publicly said. I'm not leaking anything. They've said that they're going to make a version with a microphone. So wait for that version, wait for my review of that version, and then make the switch at that point. People are unfair about the hi-fi. Like, why don't you like the hi-fi more than the Anthem? Well, isn't it obvious? The Anthem is a pickup and a mic. The hi-fi is a pickup. There you go. There's your answer. How is one pickup going to beat 2 pickups? Okay, you might want to put it in your new guitar because there's no under-saddle pickup to interfere with anything under the sound. You haven't got to sand down your saddle, blah, 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 blah. That's all great. But if you already got the Anthem SL, why, with 2 pickups in your guitar, why would you put 1 pickup in your guitar? It doesn't make sense. That's really competition for the Element pickup, which is 1 pickup, just the undersaddle part of the Anthem. When they make a Baggs hi-fi with 2 pickups in it, that will be the one to ask me, do I get that or the Anthem SL? And I'm hoping the answer will be that. I'm hoping that'll be even better than the SL. But we don't know until they release it, right? I refuse to get excited about stuff anymore. I don't want to listen to marketing and get... not even marketing, but if someone says to me, there's going to be a hi-fi with a mic in it, I don't want to... I used to get carried away. Oh, there's going to be a hi-fi with a mic in it. I must have it day one. I must have it in my guitar. I must have it right now. It's going to be the best thing ever. That never leads to good things. You need to keep a level head. Let me compare that to the Anthem, and then I'll tell you which one you should get. T said it's beer time. Beer o'clock. Not for me, but you knock yourself out. Literally. Rex is a few minutes late. Rex emailed a question in. Remind me to get to that one, Rex, and I'll read that out. Anthem SL a bit muddy. So what you need to do, you need to, did you have the yellow stick? You need to get that yellow stick they give you, and there's a trim pot inside the housing, and you need to adjust that. It's really hard to get it right. It goes from, what it does is it adjusts the gain of the mic, but the mic is where all the treble is. So if you turn that up, you'll get a clearer sound. That's how you do it, and you've got to get it in just the right spot. So I would bring it all the way up and then back it down slightly until you're in the right spot, and then take it to your gig. Take the stick to the gig and adjust it while you're on stage. This is awesome. Look at this. Andy subscribed. Really appreciate that. And Charles said $10. That's awesome. Let me give you a DJ air horn for that. If I can find it. Oh, it's going to be really loud. Hang on. Sorry, very unprofessional on me. I'm going to turn it down before I play it. Here we go. Thank you. That made my day, Charlie. I've been having a lot of coffee lately, so I'll use that on my coffee. That'll get me about 8 espressos, so thank you. I drink espresso now. It's really good stuff. Charles, really, yeah, thanks for that. Really appreciate the support. Found the Anthem SL. Yeah, so that's what you need to do. Play with that stick on the SL, and you'll clear that right up. I wouldn't have sold the Twin for $470, $600 minimum. Hey, man, I tried. If you watch the video, I tried my best. I could not sell it. I was wasting time on it. Someone said they'd buy it. We went through a whole thing of setting up the sale on Facebook Marketplace, and then they suddenly said, oh, it's the Twin. I thought it was the Deluxe. I'm like, what? You can't. They might be watching, so I'm not going to be mean, but you know what I mean? That's like half an hour I've lost there. I could have been out. I could have been teaching a lesson or something, right, and made money. So no, look, I've got other stuff I want to sell, and I'm so tempted to take it to Guitar Center, but I know I'm throwing money away when I do that. But what's the option? What if stuff just doesn't sell? You know, it is a shame. I always think when you see something used at Guitar Center that's like a Martin, an old Martin, that say one from 10 years ago with the old F1 Aura system, and that's up there for like $2,200, and you think to yourself, some guy or girl walked in there with this guitar, and they basically gave him $1,200 for it, and they left. If I'd been there at the time, I'd have given them $1,500 cash right there and then. I get that side of it, but if no one's buying the stuff and you need space, what are you going to do? It's really rough right now to sell stuff. No one, and I even, you know, to be fair as well, I have this outlet too. I do occasionally say on here I'm selling guitars and gear. No one ever wants to buy it either. So it's really hard to sell stuff right now. And my Reverb has hundreds of 5-star reviews. You know, it's not like I'm scamming anyone. So still struggling to sell stuff. It's a really rough time to be selling stuff. I don't advise anyone to try to sell stuff right now. But by the way, if we do know each other via this the chat and everything, if we've been like someone like David, if I do mention I'm selling something and you are seriously interested, do feel free to email say hi at aaronshortmusic.com, because you know that would be a good way to do stuff. I'm sure someone here would have liked that Fender amp. I would have sold it to you, but I wasn't willing to ship it. That's the problem with that. I wasn't going to ship the amplifier, so that also limited me. David, good to see you here. John, have you ever tried a Furch Orange in comparison with Martins, or any Martins, and what is the closest? I've never played a Furch guitar. I saw an ad for them today and thought I'd like to try one. I haven't tried one yet. That'll be on the list for next year, maybe. I like that you are diverse. You talk person to person and it works. Okay. Well, yeah, I like to think I'm diverse, but at the end of the day, I'm still doing singing and guitar, right? I'm not doing trumpets and banjos and other things like that. Lee says, I was fishing on Sunday. Perhaps I should do a video playing my guitar while fishing on Sundays. There you go. Oh, don't know why I said fishing. I couldn't catch a fish to save my life. All right, first cue of the day. Thank you, T. And again, thanks to Charles. Charles didn't have a question. If you super chat a question, I'm going to bring it right to the front, by the way. But Charles was so kind just to send a super chat and say, keep up the great work. I appreciate it, Charles. And I hope you're enjoying the daily videos. I know I watch channels. I wake up in the morning and I turn on, say, Anderton's, and there's a video, and I like that. So that's what I'm trying to recreate on my channel. I'll see how long I can keep it up for. Hopefully forever. All right. Could you kill two birds with one stone and do a full song on different guitars when you're doing comparisons? That'd be an interesting idea. Like a cover song. So you do the verse on one guitar and the chorus on another, or verse one on one song and verse two on another. Yeah, the problem is if I'm doing cover songs, which is what I really mainly do, then you get hit with the copyright strike. So you don't make any money for that video, or you make very little money for the video, which is okay because you don't make much money from videos anyway. But I don't really want to do the cover thing at all, and I don't want to keep doing the same originals. So I think really the cover songs are just going to pop up here and there when I'm happy with them and I want to share them, sporadically. I said I would do the live stream concerts every 1,000 subscribers. I'm going to do the one for Hawaii soon, probably next week. I haven't planned that yet. I think I'll stick to the current format for the comparisons, and I don't know how many comparisons there'll be, but I think I'll stick to just playing a riff on one and playing a riff on the other, and then switching between them. If I do a song and switch halfway through, it may not be too hard to actually hear the differences. I quite like the idea of doing like one bar, switching bar to bar on each guitar, so you really hear the differences. So thanks for the suggestion. I'll keep it in mind. British guy eats American food. I thought about doing that already, or eating British food in America. You got to understand, and I'm sure you realize this, that Doc, that those kind of channels get way more traffic than acoustic guitar pickups do. I mean, I always say that's a niche of a niche, right? Keep posting everything. Yeah, I'm going. It keeps me interested anyway. Thank you. Save the Canadian Beaver. Thanks for subscribing, man. Or girl. I don't know who you are. Next question from Mark. I have a Yamaha FGX5. Nice guitar. Looking at affordable DI options and drawn to the Optima Air or Stageman. Lean towards Optima Air despite lack of notch filter. Would welcome your thoughts. So the FGX5 is a great guitar. I do have thoughts on this. That's a good solid pickup system in that guitar. I've had a couple of those guitars. So let me see. Of course, there's 4 in stock at Sweetwater because let me just see if this is working. There we go. Where's my face? There we are. This is the guitar we're talking about. We've got 4 in stock at Sweetwater right here. Looks like the prices have gone up a bit. Oh, this is the 5 version. This is made in Japan. And this is the Dreadnought body. Is that right? Yeah. So, these are great guitars. Congratulations. My first question is, do you need a DI? Because your DI is in the guitar. The guitar has a battery in it, as you can see here. So you don't actually need a DI for this guitar. Not like you would with a K&K pickup. Did you say you've got the pickup version? Yes, you did. FGX5 is this one with the pickup. Yeah. So you don't need a DI at all. I had very good results with this, with the Baggs voice print DI. My only complaint with the voice print DI is where I use it and where I live, there's a little bit of background noise that I can hear because I use headphones, right? So I can hear a bit of background noise. I don't like that. I keep telling Baggs I don't like that. I think it's because there's no preamp in there. It's doing the IR stuff. It's not actually boosting the level. You really want to boost the level in those pedals as well to push out a stronger signal and get less signal, less noise in the mix. So you don't really need a DI at all. Your DI is the guitar. If you need a notch filter, and I had very good resistance to feedback with these guitars. They come with the plug for the sound hole as well, so I don't think you need to worry about that. You could use that. If you really need a notch, then I would either get the voice print DI because it did sound really good with this pickup system. It sweetened it in a really good way. Or I would just get something like the Baggs Venue DI, just a straight up DI with a boost and a tuner and different EQ bands, just to like tweak the overall sound before you go in. That's got a notch as well. I would try not using a DI at all. Honestly, I don't think you need one with this pickup. And I'm talking from experience. So let me know in more detail if you agree or disagree with what I just said, and we can talk about it some more. But yeah, I think that's a good way to go. All right. Matthew, I've got a Martin OM28 with the SL. Sounds a little muddy. Should I replace it with a hi-fi? No, I already told you don't do it. Use the. I told you. Did you hear me? I said get the stick and turn the trim up of the microphone in the SL, and also make sure it's installed correctly. No shims in there. Just the under saddle pickup. Make sure that the saddle is completely flat on the bottom. You can hold it up to a ruler, a metal ruler. Put it in. I just happen to have a ruler here. Make sure there's no light bleeding through when you hold it up to the light, and adjust the trim pot, and you're good to go. And then wait for whatever comes next from LR Baggs. What preset did you use in the Voice Live 3? So what I do is, my Voice Live 3 Extreme is on the Global Acoustic preset, and I've just tweaked the reverbs and delays slightly to my taste. The secret with that cover is, well, there's a few. Let me just talk about this for a few minutes because this is really, I'm really happy with this pedal right now. So I was using the Play Acoustic. Then I got the Voice Live 3 Extreme because it has a more advanced looper. Okay, so I'm using the Voice Live 3 Extreme. It's all great. I think I was using the guitar behind me at the time with the Anthem SL. That's a really good sounding pickup system. Then I fell in love with the Cole Clark system. I'm using that now. So the first secret to that video is the Cole Clark system. It sounds great, and you hear me like tapping on the body and stuff, and it all comes through, and the solo is very fat sounding. That's a great pickup system. So the first secret to that video is the guitar you plug into it. All right, I'm not plugging some terrible sounding guitar into the Voice Live 3 and making it sound better with the Voice Live 3. I'm just plugging straight in. It's on the acoustic amp setting, but I'm just doing 100 hertz low high pass now, and cutting to 2200K because it's got that horrible ringing sound that you get in a lot of acoustic guitars, and that's it. A nice plate reverb, and you're done. The other secrets to that video that no one knows about is that things that I've discovered about that pedal lately. So I keep finding new features in that pedal that are blowing my mind, right? So I have a cable, and I can plug this cable into the guitar input and the headphone out, the guitar input, the headphone output. And then the other end is a cable, goes in my guitar as normal. But that cable has a hole in it. There's two cables in one. It has a hole for headphones. So I use the fantastic Shure SE535s that I'm always raving about. I've got another pair here, which I was using yesterday. And what I can do is I can either play through the PA as normal with that cable and that guitar, or I can just throw in the pair of headphones and I've got in-ear monitors. And with these in-ear monitors, I can have a different mix from front of house. So in the in-ear monitors, I can have a bit more vocal, a bit less guitar, so really hear my voice. So that's the first cool thing. So I was doing that for a while at the restaurant I play at because they didn't want the speaker behind me like I normally have it because it was making too much noise for people sitting behind it because the sound radiates from the back of the speaker quite a lot, okay? So I said, right, let's put that speaker in front of the pole, the post in front of me, and then the sound will hit that and bounce back into the bar area. But then I can't hear myself, so I use the in-ears. I quickly realized that I really like playing gigs with in-ear monitors. And you can even blend in room sound from the built-in microphones of the Voice Live 3 Extreme back into the in-ear monitors. I did that for a while, and then there was too much noise in the room, too many like plates being smashed and things that was bugging me, so I actually turned it off. Now I just get direct sound. I can still hear the audience talking to me though, because the guitar actually picks up some of the room sound because of the awesome pickup in the guitar. So this was by blowing my mind. I'm like, I've got one pedal here, and I've got a mixer, a guitar. We were saying earlier about DIs, right? I've got a guitar DI, I've got a mixer, I've got vocal effects, I've got vocal harmonies, I've got a tuner. The tuner mutes the effects when I talk and boosts the voice to talk to the room. You can stick a memory card in there and record the performance. And now I've realized I can have my own in-ear monitor mix as well. This is crazy with one pedal that weighs about 5 pounds. This is blowing my mind here. And then I figure something else out. Hang on. There's a metronome in here. There's a kick drum, and it sounds pretty good. So while and I can have it either in the main monitors, front of house, or just in the headphones. So now I'm thinking, hang on, I can play to a click because I know my tempos are all over the place. My tempos are wrong on all my songs. Some of them are too fast, some of them are too slow. I'm thinking, right. So I figured out, you connect this cable, I've got it here. You plug this into the Voice Live 3 Extreme from the USB, and you plug this into the phone, Lightning, soon to be USB-C. Thank you, Apple. All right. And this is now sending from OnSong via MIDI the tempo to the song that I choose on OnSong. And I'm getting the tempo in my in-ear monitors, but not out of front of house. So now I'm getting, so basically I select the song, so I choose slow dancing in the burning room. I've got the lyrics in front of me, and then in my headphones I'm hearing doof, 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 doof. Right, I've got the tempo, and I'll play to the tempo. So I've been doing that the last few weeks, and my timing has dramatically improved. And I'm really enjoying that feeling of being locked in and playing to that drum beat in my in-ears. I almost wish it was out of front of the house as well. I might actually do that eventually. But this is amazing to me. This has really made me improve substantially, I think. Some people will say you shouldn't do that. Some people say you should, I don't want to play to a click. And I don't always play to the click. But when I do that gig, I do play to the click, and I'm really, really enjoying it. The sound is in both ears, not just one speaker behind me. The effects, the delays are in stereo, and I've got that kick drum in the headphones. Some songs like Wagon Wheel are amazing to have that to play to. It makes it almost like there's a percussion player with me. So this is amazing. And then I realized something else. Then I realized the phone is plugged in via that cable. If I play music from my phone, it comes out of the PA speakers. I found that out by mistake, and I didn't want to find it out because it made noise at the gig. But I then realized in my break I can play music through the phone, in the interval music from the phone, which is right there in front of me. And then I realized, and I don't really do that, but then I realized it also goes the other way. It can record the audio as well. This is all happening from this one cable, and I wish it wasn't gray, by the way. I can't find a black one. So then I realized I can record from the pedal to the phone in the Voice Memos app. I don't need to record to the memory stick on the pedal. So now what I do is I get to the gig, I load up OnSong, I plug this cable in, I put my in-ears in, and I choose the song. I get the tempo, get the kick drum in my ears to play to and have fun with. It's setting the tempo for me automatically, and it's also sending the audio to my phone, which is recording that audio directly from the pedal, which is what you hear in the song I put up today. And this is just blowing my mind. And it would do it in the Videos app too. So if I put my phone on a stand away from me, I could actually record. I could actually take that pedal and my phone and do a live stream gig from Central Park. I was thinking if I took a silent guitar and my phone and the Voice Live 3 and a battery pack, because that can be powered by a battery pack, I could actually stand in Central Park. Let's say I didn't sing. Let's say I just played a silent guitar. You wouldn't get arrested for creating a disturbance because you're kicked out of the park or whatever, because no one can hear anything. It's the silent guitar, or in David's case, the hush guitar. And then you could be streaming live. You could be streaming live from your phone plugged in with this cable, battery pack powering the pedal, and you could be busking live in Central Park on the internet, but not making any sound in Central Park. So I keep finding new things, and that's why. The other thing is, because of Apple, I'm a big Apple fan, as you know. When I get home from the gig, because I'm recording in the Voice Memos app on the phone at the gig, when I sit down in this room and open up Voice Memos on the Mac, the recording's there already. It's there because it's in the cloud. I just take that recording, drop it into Logic, bring the level up to the level I want for the video, and post it. So this Voice Live 3 Extreme is still blowing me away, even now. And I've just figured out today you can actually record the tracks separately. So you can open Logic on an iPad or GarageBand on your iPhone. You can actually record the guitar and voice separately at the gig. Come home and edit them separately, like to make sure they really sit nicely. Make sure the levels are just right for the video. You could even tweak them, tune them, compress them, whatever you want to do, and put that up if you want. And this is a way to make more content, and we need more content. I need more content. I need ways of making more content. Like I said earlier, for filling up the time when I can't do videos. But this is amazing for performers. You can listen back to how you sound, and you can self-critique yourself. And if you do get a good performance, you can upload it to your social media to help you get more gigs. So I really feel like I don't want to sound arrogant or over the top about this. I really feel last few weeks, because of this technology that's in this pedal, that I have improved. Not only have I improved, but I feel I feel like I'm a better performer because of it. I just feel I have this feeling now when I play that I didn't have before, of like I'm locked in, I'm tight. I've been moving more because with that kick drum keep me in time. I'm really grooving to that kick drum rather than just kind of guessing the beat. And some people have really good time. My friends, a lot of my friends have great timing. I don't really have good timings. I don't do much recording. I do a lot of live playing without drummers and things on my own. That can lead you getting sloppy. So having that once a week gig where you're playing to the click will keep you tight. So it's 3 hours a week you're playing that click or more if you use it at more gigs. It'll keep you tight, and it's great practice without busting out the metronome at home and doing it at home, playing your scales to a metronome. So I really recommend this stuff. If you do solo gigs, I can't. I'm loving it. I've got a new lease of life of my gigs, and that's the secret. And it's funny because no one knows what my secret is because it's all in the in-ear monitors and on the phone. You would think I was just standing there playing acoustic guitar. You're only hearing me playing acoustic guitar and singing. But I've actually got all this stuff going on to support me around it that you don't even, the listener doesn't even know about. I'm in an Irish pub and I've got a click track. I'm recording to the cloud. No one knows that's happening. They just see me playing acoustic guitar. And I've always loved that about technology. You get the music. I've always loved acoustic guitar, like just a really natural, raw acoustic guitar performance, but the technology behind it to promote it and enhance it and get it out there. And that's what this is doing. A pedal like this is just adding the support around the performance. It's not overtaking it, So I went off on a tangent there, but yeah, it's the 491 Global Acoustic Preset, and then I tweaked it from there. And while we're talking about that, I actually did a lesson with someone. Someone bought one of these Voice Live 3 Extremes a few months ago, and I gave them a lesson. So I can actually I can do a private stream like this and help people out. So if anyone's interested in that, reach out to me because I'm doing that now as well. If I got time, I'm doing like hour lessons and stuff, where I actually go through all the features of that device. Obviously the stuff that I use all the time. I'm very well versed in the Voice Live 3 Extreme, and so yeah. A lot of people think that's hard to use, but it really isn't. The biggest problem right now is you can't buy them at the moment, but I think they're going to come back in stock in a few months. So I would pre-order one. Cheers, Michael. Good to see you here. Hi-fi with a mic would be sick. See, there you go again, getting carried away. You don't know that yet, my friend. You have to wait to hear it, right? It hasn't been developed yet. It hasn't been invented yet. But when it is, I'll be sure to try it out. Yeah, just try bringing up the mic trim on your Anthem SL. Old Metal Dude, Eric, have you tried Alvarez guitars? Just got one of their Artist series. The pickup has an L-Bags Element with a Stage Pro side-mounted preamp. I really like the sound of it plugged in. The Element is a good pickup. And those pickups, the thing is, those pickups under saddles and that always sound better at a gig anyway. The video David put up the other day of the Hush guitar sounds really natural. It's just an undersaddle pickup. They can sound good. Michael's pickup sounds very good. He just uses the Element. Undersaddle pickups can sound very good live through a PA with the right tweaking in the EQ. But the reason that I love the Cole Clark is, don't forget, I just said I'm using in-ear monitors. Have you tried listening to most pickups through in-ear monitors? They usually sound really bad. Like the K&K sounds great at a gig, but the K&K through in-ear monitors gave me a headache, right? So that's why I love the Cole Clark. It sounds amazing through a PA speaker, and it sounds excellent through in-ear monitors. Whereas most pickups sound excellent in a PA system and average through in-ear monitors. Oh, you call me Eric. That's all right. I'll let you off. You should have gone up to the cockpit and got a proper view and be asking the pilot to fly higher. They're talking about the lightning in the plane. Thanks again for the super chat, Charles. Really appreciate the support. I shall spend that on my coffee tomorrow. Been drinking so much coffee lately. It's very much needed, and I'm not complaining. I'm very happy to be busy right now. I think you should post anything music related you want to post. Several YouTube channels featured my last album. I really appreciate them sharing my album and reaching the audiences. I agree. And the way I see it is, if I'm posting every day, You don't have, I mean, I'm asking you, please watch all my videos because everyone here is our friends and, you know, we're all hanging out. I'm asking you as a favor to watch all my videos, but I don't expect everyone to watch all my videos. If I post a cover of a John Mayer song, you don't like John Mayer, you don't have to watch it, right? And then the next day there'll be a new video. I'm sure a lot of people see Martin videos, don't want to watch, they don't care about Martin, they like Gibson. And I'm sure I'm going to post a video probably tomorrow about the Quad Cortex. They probably won't watch it. They're not interested in it. I'm going to post a video this week on in-ear monitors. A lot of people probably won't be interested. They don't. Oh, sorry, headphones. A lot of people don't want to wear headphones. Earplugs. They want to wear earplugs. You know, you don't have to watch everything. But I'll say it one more time. If you just have a YouTube channel about rulers, that's best for the algorithm because people are going there for rulers and nothing else. And by the way, I mean this kind of ruler, not the other kind, right? It's best on YouTube to have a niche and focus on one element. So if you do iPhone, it's easy, right? Because iPhone's popular and you just talk about everything iPhone. By talking about guitars and vocals, being a singer and a guitarist that likes electric guitar and acoustic guitar and plugging in guitars and effects and looping, you're already diluting the stream. But I don't really care. As long as I can get 1,000 views per video eventually, and as long as people are generally happy and, you know, like I said, it doesn't matter if people skip a video here and there because it's not their cup of tea. We all do that, right? Even on channels we subscribe to and we like the channel, there's always going to be a video where we cut past that one because it's not really what we're into and we're too busy that day. That's fine. Yeah, I mean, ultimately, when you do videos, you've got to do what works for you. And I'm really happy lately because everything I'm doing now is for me. In the past, I got a bit sidetracked. You know, I tried to go down the route of like the sponsored videos, I did a few of them. I tried to like partner with people and it didn't work for me. It caused me a lot of headaches. This for me is a lot better. I'm just making videos about stuff that I want to talk about. So I don't really, I don't mean, this isn't mean, but I don't really care if I make a video tonight that you don't like because I wanted to make it. And that's all I can do. I can't control the other stuff. I just hope that people will stick by me and not just unsubscribe because of one video they didn't like the content for. The secret to YouTube videos is consistency. I'm learning that from making. You have to make a video you have to make regular videos, not every day, but you have to be consistent. But you also have to be genuine, or at least talk about things that you want to talk about, because it comes across so obviously if you don't, right? It's so obvious if you're just going through the run. Oh, here's this cup, and they sent me this cup and $100, and yeah, it's a nice cup. It's very cuppy and it's very it's nice, well made. There's no, you can just feel it, right? You've got to want to talk about it. Rosanna, you didn't even try. You should have asked. Lots of deals. Yeah, Dave. The thing is, there's a lot of apparently there's too much inventory. So a lot of stores are doing deals and sales to move inventory. And that's obviously making the used market slower. So Doc said, finally sold the Apollo X4 on Reverb for a few months. Yes, I said in the video, I do believe that stuff will sell after months. But like with that amp, I need it gone. I need the space in here. Like I want to do some videos in here. I need space. This is a very small room, you know. But smaller things I definitely would wait it out for. All right, they're talking about fishing, so I'll skip over that one. Go to the K-Web. Your Bose S1 Pro performance. Right, were you happy with it? Better than the Everse 8. This is a really tough one. I've been thinking about this a lot. And I've spoke about this on the channel before. The Everse 8 sounds great. It's a great sounding like PA speaker. The S1 Pro has a sweeter, softer tone, which I prefer for solo acoustic gigs. But I can clip it. It doesn't have as much headroom. But what I keep saying to myself is, do you need that much headroom? It's really designed for a solo acoustic singer. So do you need it to go really loud? I think the answer is no. So I've now used that in two large rooms, and it sounds great. And the wireless feature and everything. So a few scenarios with that. On Saturday, I had to run from one place to another. So I used my regular rig with the pedal. That's where I recorded the Slow Dancing cover with the Voice Live 3. But then I took a late break and packed everything away and just went straight into the Bose with the wireless. And that meant I finished the gig at 8 and was out of there at 8:02. I packed away in 2 minutes. So that's really cool. That's a great feature to have. and it weighs 13 pounds. I think those features and the sweet sound of it makes it worth owning. But the eVerse 8 shouldn't be overlooked at 17 pounds with the higher headroom and the more kind of punchy sound. You really got to decide what you're getting. For me, if I didn't own both, if I was a duo that wanted one speaker for a duo and plug a mixer into it, I would get the eVerse because I've got that additional headroom for all the additional things going into it. If it's just me playing acoustic and singing, and I'm doing not rowdy bars, I would get the Bose. I love the features of the Bose. You should never buy a product based on features. You should buy based on sound. But the features and the weight of the Bose and just the tone of it makes it. And by the way, when I say tone, I'd say the eVerse tone is more accurate, but the tone of the Bose is more pleasing for what I do. So the Bose to me is just, all those things make me like it so much. They all add up to this awesome thing. I do wish it had the headroom and the volume, the sheer volume and power of the eVerse 8, but then it would be heavier, and then it's no longer the most portable option anymore. So I can't really give you an answer. For me, of all the battery-powered units, the eVerse 8 and the Bose S1 Pro Plus are my favorites. If you really care about sheer volume, get the eVerse. If you care more about the cool features and extreme portability, get the S1 Pro Plus. If you're looking for a very versatile rig, get both and run the S1 Pro Plus into the eVerse 8 as your other speaker, and then have the option of the two. Yeah, it's really tough. One thing the S1 Pro Plus doesn't have, which is annoying, is phantom power. The eVerse 8 does have phantom power. But that eVerse 8 is just so great when you're wireless and you move around, and the weight of it, it's just, oh, it's so good. It's so good. I do wish they'd make a bigger S1 Pro Plus, which was like 4 pounds heavier, but with the additional volume. But then it's no longer as portable, is it? So it's really tough. That's the best answer I can give you today. Stingray on Mexico had one of the, oh, he went fishing. That's why I suggest it. Food and money channels always do well. Maybe show yourself eating at the venues you plan. No, I don't want to do that. Yeah, we all know they do well, my friend, but do we want to do those videos? That's the question. I want to talk about the music stuff because that's what I have a passion for. I'm a bit lost here. That's why you need to. Remember, I'm always far behind what we were talking about before, so always give me a long comment so I know exactly. Always give me the backstory to remind me. Rules are there to be broken. For the plane. Okay. BMO, good to see you. Casey, good to see you. Hi, everyone. Really enjoyed the guitar sound of the live track you posted earlier. Can definitely tell how much work you put into it. Thank you. But like I said, that is just a Cole Clark straight into the pedal. That's just a great sounding system. I love that system so much. It inspires me every time. I love Cole Clark guitars. They're amazing. Thank you, Cole Clark, for caring about acoustic amplification where so many companies just do not care. Right? They just throw other systems into the guitars and ship them out. But yeah, I have been tweaking a lot, and I plan to tweak more. I've only just started recording my shows. I now plan to develop this, do more EQ, more balancing of levels, etc., etc. All right, wired or wireless headphones? It would have to be wireless if you wanted to watch YouTube on TV. So I have these, and I have the in-ear monitors, which are amazing. The Shure SE535s. I love those things. They're amazing. Shure SE535s. Every musician should have them. Also, though, I said I like Apple AirPods, not the Pros. They make my ears itch. Regular old AirPods are great for watching YouTube. Okay, they're a bit loose in the ear. They won't give you the full sound of that video. For that, you want to wear the Shure in-ear monitors. They're the 535s. But just for casual listening to podcasts and videos and TV, I love the AirPods. They're so convenient. So yes, I'm an Apple fan, and I'm not gonna hide it. So I love that. I love having the Shure SE535s and the AirPods. That does everything I need. See, again, I don't know what you're talking about, Casey, because I'm so far back in the chat. Great solution with the drum click. Not familiar with the MIDI source you're using to go into Voice Live. Yeah, I love it. I'm a complete convert. I know some people watching this are laughing at me and saying, well, I play in a church band and we use in-ears and backing tracks and stuff. I've never done that. I've always just played live. And that's why I've often been guessing tempos. So to have that click track is amazing. So the MIDI source is OnSong. I don't like the new version of OnSong. It's a bit buggy, but OnSong 2020 is what I use at the moment. So basically that has the tempo stored with the lyrics, and that the app is sending that as a MIDI signal to the Voice Live 3 Extreme and telling it what to set the tempo to. Unfortunately, it doesn't happen instantly. It kind of like winds it up. So it'll go like 90, 100, 110, but after like 3 seconds, it's adjusted and I can start the song. I'm used to it now. It's absolutely fine. That's so much better than manually tapping in the tempo and then adjusting it. That takes too long. That's horrible. So yeah, I mean, all this stuff could be improved. That's why I want to see a new version of the Voice Live 3 Extreme. But this is absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. Great to see you're enthused. I am very enthusiastic right now. I really feel things have gone up a notch for me with the performances, and I almost don't want to say it because it sounds kind of arrogant. But I've got this. You know, the whole reason about this whole pickup thing is like, how do I strum the chord on the stage and feel like, yes, I'm ready to play my gig tonight? I remember I got my first Maton, and I've been to see Tommy Emmanuel play, and I went and put that Maton in an Irish pub and played. And I was like, yeah, here we go. I've got that feeling of that pickup, that power. And I get that power from the Cole Clark. It's a very similar system, right? And now with the in-ears and the click and being in time, I've got that even more so. And I love that. I seek that out. And I don't want to use backing tracks. A lot of people now are using drum tracks and backing tracks. I don't think that's the way to go. So for me, it's always been about how do I be an acoustic performer, but enhance that and make it more powerful. And I think I've found it with this rig, and it's awesome. Thanks there, Aaron. I guess it was more about tweaking the sound, adding some top end. The atmosphere. Oh, okay. Seems to lose a little high end. Yes, it is a bit muddy. I agree with that. I always used to roll the high pass filter to cut the lows. See, rather than boosting treble, it's better to cut the lows, because when you cut the lows, you expose the treble. When you boost the treble, you increase the harshness. So cut some of the low end from that system, because you've got a Dreadnought with that already pretty dark sounding pickup, I think. That's got a high pass filter on it. So cut some of the highs. Cut some of the lows. High pass filter, let the highs through. Cut some of the lows, and then I think your best bet would actually be the Baggs Venue DI, just a straight up DI pedal. It's got a tuner, it's got a boost, it's got lots of EQ options, physical knobs, and you can just dial it in and tweak for the room at that point. I'd keep it simple and get that. And it's also battery powered as well, which is a nice option. That'd be a good video for the channel, Voice Live Extreme. Well, I will do it, but you can't buy them right now. So it's a little bit pointless because everyone's going to get frustrated that they can't actually buy it. When the Voice Live 3 Extreme comes back into stock at Thomann and Sweetwater, then I'll make some videos about it. And I think they'll probably sell it again. You see, it says here, back ordered, more on the way. TC tell me TC Helicon are now operating under TC Electronic, and they are going to make these pedals and support them. Still, they won't release new firmware, but they will continue to support the pedals. Right now, they're sourcing parts to make more pedals. If you really want to get into this stuff, you can check out the TC Play Acoustic. They are in stock right now, but that does not have all those cool features that I mentioned today. It's smaller, it's more affordable, and it's in stock, and I would have this as a backup. And it's a great pedal in its own right, and it does record to your phone, but it doesn't have the click track and all that kind of stuff. But it's very, very cool. I love that pedal. This and the Voice Live 3 Extreme are the two best pedals I've ever used for what I do. Okay. I'd love to see you demo how you loop mid-song. That'd be great. It's funny because when Lee and Rosanna came to see me, they made a comment about how much I wish I got them to film my feet at the gig, because I'm like I'm always pressing a button, constantly pressing buttons on that thing. But yeah, that would be a good idea for a video, and I want to do more of that. How to loop is on the list. Michael says, the other day my acoustic sounded like garbage. It was boomy. Could be due to placement of speaker and camera. May need to readjust the EQ. Yeah, probably where the camera was. Don't forget, like, just moving around a speaker can change the sound dramatically. Thanks for the voice live feedback, Aaron. It's a shame TC Helicon don't exist, as the unit is difficult to get hold of. Hopefully they do come back. Maybe a future video. Yeah, so like I said, TC Electronic are now handling the TC Helicon products. So they're not dead, which makes me very happy. Well, I mean, we'll see. That's what they say, but we don't know until it happens, right? But apparently they will still be for sale and produced. And I like that pedal so much, I'm going to buy another one. I've already got a backup to my Voice over 3 Extreme. I'm going to buy another one. That's how much I like that pedal. It's not that I want to throw my money away. It's that if I didn't have the Voice over 3 Extreme, I couldn't do my job. That's why I believe, that's how much, I'm just trying to tell you how much I value that pedal. I want to have a couple of backups of it in case they do stop making them. And that, again, that's how much I value that for my job. It's amazing. Is Rick Beato a YouTube anomaly? What do you mean? He just posted a video that someone complained about his interview. I mean, his interviews are amazing. He's interviewing Sting and all these famous people. And someone said, I don't want interviews. I'm like, don't watch the video. Graham started watching a channel where a guy does reviews of beers from his shed in Wales. Every video has 35,000 views. Well, it's beer. There's a lot more people that enjoy drinking beer than enjoy talking about guitar gear. It's quite simple. I'm a big Apple fan. I probably should have started doing iPhone videos in 2015. I bet that would have grown really quick. I've had every iPhone that come out. I always get them. I'm obsessed with that stuff too. I've always loved technology and acoustic music. I don't like putting them together. I don't want to do like acoustic music with laptops and backing tracks and all that stuff and MIDI guitars. I've always loved the music of just playing the music and then the technology backing it up, And like this is technology right now. I love all this, but then then at my gig I want to just play acoustic guitar. But I just love the stuff that helps you with it rather than overtake it. That's what I like. But yeah, 35K views per video would be a wonderful thing. But I mean, that's really hard to get those. Even people like Andertons and Sweetwaters don't get those kind of views. It's hard, I'd be happy to get 1,000 per video, honestly. That'd be pretty amazing. I asked about DI for FGX5. Really meant EQ to add some time. Okay, so get this then. Let's see here. I mean, okay, do you sing? If you sing, get this. This is amazing. And this is a DI and a tuner and a looper and a vocal effect unit and a guitar effect unit and a mixing board and a sound interface. You can plug headphones in as well, but it's a bit quiet on this one. But yeah, I would get this. If you sing, get this, right? If you don't sing, get the Bags Venue. Bags Venue is nice and simple. It's got the physical knobs. The only thing is, then you might knock them, whereas on a digital unit, you won't knock them. You see, it's more money, $329. But with this, you see, you can just mute and tune. You can boost for a solo or fingerstyle. You have some nice hands-on knobs for your EQs. You can add some presence and treble. This would be a very good match for your pickup. So here's my advice. If you play guitar and don't sing, if you play guitar and don't sing, get this. And if you sing and play guitar without hesitation, get this. There you go. This has a notch in it. This has an EQ in it as well. But it's digital, but it's there. So I hope that helps, Mark. And if you're going to order, I have affiliate links in all my videos to Andertons and Sweetwater. Not Andertons, Thomann and Sweetwater. Nothing in the UK. We've got a lot of UK viewers today. I don't have any links in the UK, unfortunately. I swear everyone thinks I'm in the UK. I'm in America. Hi, Quentin. Good to see you, man. Lee says, having seen you play twice in two totally different settings, gotta say I was very impressed with your sound. For such a small setup, you sound amazing. Thank you, my friend. So when you saw me first, I wasn't using the click. I was just playing acoustic through the Voice i3. I wasn't using the click. When you saw me the second gig, I was using the click. And I actually asked you guys, could you tell? And you were none the wiser, right? You didn't know I had a click going on. But I was trust me, I was much tighter. What I need to do is find a performance from last year where I didn't use a click and compare that to where I'm now using a click and put that in the video. That would be really interesting. I'm going to see if I can do that, if I've still got the files. Pete says it's great that JBL upgraded the app for the Pro Mark II. Volume control is a game changer. I saw that. So they've added a plus and minus button, so you can just tap to go up and down. But look, I don't have those speakers anymore. I refuse to I don't want to deal with it anymore. I felt like I'd spent too long on that stuff. But I did download the app, and I still see these graphical problems. Like on my iPhone, there's like text is obscured by the interface and stuff like that. It's still not right. It's still, for want of a better word, it's still janky. You know, it's not polished. And I don't like that. It's now been over 2 years since they released it. That app should be polished and working perfectly. And apparently that still doesn't reconnect immediately from what I've read online. Like I said, I don't have an opinion anymore because I don't have the product here to test and have an opinion anymore. But I am still kind of curious, and I did check that stuff out. And a lot of people, honestly, I've been bombarded with messages. Oh, they fixed it now, Aaron. It's fine now. Someone said it's perfect. I'm sorry, it's not perfect. I download it and look at it. It's not perfect. So why are you saying it's perfect? So anyway, yeah, I kind of moved on from that. I will revisit that. If JBL want to lend me another one, send me another one, whatever, and say it's 100% now, I will happily make a video and say it's 100%. But I don't like that when people, I'm not saying you, but someone messaged me and said it's now 100% perfectly working. And that's not true. Why would you say that when everyone's saying it doesn't reconnect and the app is still janky on the interface? Why are people so defensive of companies' products when they don't work for the company? I don't understand that. People online defend companies that they've bought products from. As someone that recommends products to people, I could never do that. I have to say, look, this is good, this is not good. And if something's not being done after years, I have to say it because people might buy something off the back of my older videos and then get upset with me. So that's why I stepped away. And you know, sometimes you have to. Sometimes you can't just keep waiting for something to be done. You know, so eventually you've got to say, look, this has been too long. I need to move on, and that's what happened with that. But I would revisit that way down the line because the other thing is, I was thinking this as well. What if a product gets fixed in speech marks? What if it gets fixed, and then the next update breaks it again? Because if an update in the past has made the product worse, who's to say it won't get worse again? This stuff isn't linear, right? It doesn't always just get better. A company needs to keep making that product and the app better, and they need to make sure it doesn't get worse along the way, especially if you're using it professionally. So anyway, that's my rant over. Sorry. Looping is the best way to improve gigging. I agree. And looping is more fun for me with the click track, because if you start a song with a loop and bring the loop back in at the end of the song, it's still going to fit. Whereas if you don't do that, it's very hard to make it come back in perfect timing. Mike says, hopefully TC Electronics fulfill their intent with the units. I had the Voice i3, the Play Acoustic, and the GTX, but missed out on the Extreme first time around. Yeah, I've still got Play Acoustic. I have a GTX. I'm going to sell the GTX, the white one, right? It's cool. It's got MIDI. The Play Acoustic doesn't have MIDI, but the Voice i3 Extreme is the flagship, and that is the best one, in my opinion. And it's not that much bigger. Oh, just give me a second. I need a breather. Does it become like second nature, or do you have to concentrate on which buttons to be hitting? And would your loops be getting tighter because of the kick drum going in on your ears? I mean, my looping's always been fine because I can hit the button so the loop's in time with itself, but that doesn't necessarily mean that my whole timing is in time. Does that make sense? I've looped for so many years that I can start and end a loop so it will play back and play back correctly. But it doesn't mean the loop is perfectly on time. It means it's in time with itself. The click track makes you work on keeping it in time with itself and with it, because it's not automatic. It's not like the pedal is time stretching and making my loop better. It's just giving me the guides to play to, like when you're recording your album, right? So I think it must have made me better at looping. It must have made me tighter, which can only be a good thing. I always struggle whenever I record, and the click track always throws me off because I'm not used to it. Now I'm so used to it, it'll be easier to record now as well. I think that's a good thing. But like I said, I'm still going to play shows without the click track occasionally as well, because I think that's important too. Rosanna said, totally unaware of the click until you said about it. Yeah, that's the great thing. It's only in my inner monitors. It's not out the front, so no one knows I've got it. I love it. It's so good. I need to make videos about it there's a lot of solo performing groups now on Facebook. I need to tell people about this click track thing. It's awesome. No one talks about it. Cracking advice. Many thanks, Aaron. P.S. I do sing. Oh, there you go. This is the one to get. Get this right now, and you'll thank me later. I mean, you won't thank me? You will thank me. Like I said, one more time, $300. It's a DI. It's a very good tuner. When you tune, it mutes the output signal, so it doesn't have all that reverb on the voice. They just hear your voice louder. That's worth it alone. It does guitar reverb, EQ, chorus, solo boost if you buy the optional foot switch, the Switch 3, which I do recommend you get. It's got a looper in it. It's amazing. Yeah, you sing and play guitar and you got that Yamaha. Get this right now. Order this right now in case they sell out, and the TC stuff is hard to find lately. Just get this. You'll not regret it. And if you do regret it, don't complain. No, I'm kidding. You won't regret it. It's awesome. This is the best pedal for solo singer and vocalist ever, guitarist ever. The only thing better than this is the Voice Live 3 Extreme, but that is overkill for some. Okay. Oh, don't forget the email question. Okay. Yes, sir. Let's see what the question was. I wanted Rex to remind me. Hang on. Okay. Oh, okay. This is tied in anyway. So I'm just glad the volume isn't just a slide. Well, I agree with that. That was really horrible. Yeah. That's, don't get me wrong, I'm not being mean. That's an improvement. But, you know, my whole point with the video I made about that, the JBL stuff, is it's not enough. And I do feel mean saying it, but it's been 2 years. It's not enough. It needs to be. You know, what really sealed the deal for me is I got the Everse 8 and it has an app. And it was just perfect out the door. It just worked straight away. No weirdness, no bugs, no problems. Great app, easy to use, works every single time. That is how products should be. That is how they need to be, right? And I do feel I do feel mean saying it, but I'm not here to be I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to talk about gear, right? If I make friends along the way, that's a nice thing. But I have to say this stuff. There's certain things I have to say, and it's coming from a positive place. I'm not trying to be mean, but they just need to make that app fully polished and ready to go. That's all. I won't say any more. Rex says, do you think the Voice Live 3 Extreme will come back in production and be available again? Yes, because TC Electronic told me they're currently sourcing parts to do it. Of course, anything could happen and it may not happen, which is why when they do come back into stock, I'm getting another one. And I advise anyone that wants one to get one instantly as soon as I've already got one on pre-order at Thomann and Sweetwater. So whenever I can get one, I'm getting one. I love it. All right. Have you done a video showing the differences between the Voice Live 3 Extreme and the Voice Live Play Acoustic and Harmony? No, but there are substantial differences, including price and size. So the Play Acoustic is the best option for a lot of people. And my honest thoughts is get the Play Acoustic and keep it as your spare, your backup. They're so small, you could take that and the Voice Live 3. If the Voice Live 3 ever goes down, you've got the Play Acoustic with you. And finally, to use the Voice Live Extreme only when you're doing acoustic gigs, also electric gigs. The electric sounds in the Extreme are horrible. I would not use them. I would take that as well as the Quad Cortex, and because they're both so small, and use them both in one gig. Yes, I would do that. But usually on electric gigs, I just sing. I just go into the mixer and just sing with reverb. I don't worry too much about effects. But I would use it, yes. But not the electric sounds. I've heard people use them, and they sound okay, from what I've heard. But for me, it doesn't inspire me at all. They're very old technology. So I just use it. I bypass all the electric amp sims. Thank you, Rex. That was for Rex. I have a question. A small restaurant gig Wednesday. Bose S1 or JBL Compact? See, I'm not a huge fan of JBL Compact. It's all right. It's got those EQs. Yeah, you can go in and use the app and EQ it. I've said that in the past, and the original Bose S1 Pro, I haven't used that lately either. People keep telling me the new Plus sounds better than the original S1 Pro, which is why, as part of this shootout we're going to do with all the speakers soon, we'll be comparing the S1 Pro to the S1 Pro Plus. I really don't know. It's up to you, David. If you need the app control, then the JBL. If you don't need the app control and you've got a guitar that sounds good straight in, then the Bose. That's the thing I didn't say earlier. The Cole Clark helps a lot with what I'm talking about, because the Cole Clark sounds so good straight in that I can plug straight into anything and get a really good guitar sound. If I had a K&K pickup in my guitar, I'd want the Everse 8 or the JBL. I'd want that app where I can go in there and dial it in specifically. The Bose might not be the best choice at that point. So it always depends on what you're plugging into these things as well. What's your opinion on PRS guitars? I need to play more. I owned one once. It's in some of my videos. It's a great guitar. Probably should have kept it. I think they're very well made to a high standard, and I do value that with a guitar. I love playing my Strats, my Suhr Strats and my Fender Strats. I love them the most. But I will get a PRS eventually. I've actually had I got a really good deal on a DGT that I don't know if I'm going to get it. It's kind of on back order. I got the old price, so I might be getting that. I don't know. So I'm probably going to revisit them at some point. But I like them. But if I'm grabbing a guitar to play, it's usually my Fender Strat. But I want to investigate other companies too. But once I'm more established here with other stuff. The Digitech 3-button switch works with the TC units, or TC Duo Switch 6. Yeah. Yeah, the Digitech's all right. I don't like that. With the Switch 3, the old version was this big clunky foot switch. The new Switch 3, there's a new version, is smaller, and it's really good. And I believe Thomann, the ones you get from Thomann are the new one. I think last time I checked, the Sweetwater ones were still the old style. So I would get your Switch 3 from Thomann. Or check with Sweetwater which version they have. Or get it and return it if it's the wrong one. But I much prefer the new version. Let's just check right now. The new version doesn't have the line on it. I'll just show you what I mean. There's also possible they haven't updated the website yet. So look. Right, this is the old Switch 3. It's kind of rounded at the front, and it has this line through it. And it's pretty big, which isn't a bad thing. It's easier to use, but it's really big and clunky, I think. The new version, it's possible they haven't updated this graphic yet, of course. But I'll see if I can find for you a picture of the new Switch 3. Hang on. Just so you know what you're looking for. And do reach out to Sweetwater to ask them, because like I said, it's possible they just didn't update the picture yet. Okay, here's the new. This is in stock at Amazon. This is the new Switch 3. Ah, here we go. There's a picture here comparing the two. Check this out. So, just move my face. Look on the top right of the screen. Right, you see the top right, where it says Switch 3 and it's got that white line through it? That's the original Switch 3. And to the left of that, the Switch 3 without the line through it, that's the new Switch 3, which is a bit smaller and lighter. And I love that one. So I know that Thomann currently will send you that one on the left. Sweetwater's picture is the one on the right, but I assume that they just didn't update the web page yet. So reach out to Sweetwater, ask them which one they're selling right now. Ask them to send you a picture and let me know if they give you an answer so I know as well. Or order yourself a Switch 3 or get a couple, maybe split with a friend or something for the shipping and get the one from Thomann. Cool tip, but no one wanted to know about Switch 3. But I really like the new Switch 3. Thanks for answering my voice live question. Seems odd that no other company has come up with a pedal that is competitive. I agree. It's absolutely ridiculous. And it's because the Voice Live 3 Extreme was made by people like us. It was made by solo performers that knew what solo performers needed. The thing that gets the closest is the Quad Cortex, but they haven't done any vocal stuff yet. And I doubt they will for a while. I have a hard time vibing with the PRS other than the Silver Sky. I didn't love the Silver Sky. I found it too much like a Strat copy. If I'm going to get PRS, I'd rather have the DGT, something like that. Something very, very much PRS, you know. I wanted to like the Silver Sky because of John Mayer, but I don't know, I just didn't. It's more modern. It's probably better made. The import ones are amazing quality. And those SE guitars are amazing from PRS. But yeah, I actually prefer the SE. Some of the SEs I prefer over the American built ones. Like they're lighter, they have better. They're lighter, have better thinner necks sometimes, which I prefer. Yeah, it's weird. David says, I think I used a JBL last time. I think this time I'll take the S1, maybe both. I'm taking my Martin Aura and my Play Acoustic. Well, if you're taking the Aura and the Play Acoustic, you can use either. I'd probably take the Bose in that case. I really like the new Bose. The Bose S1 Pro Plus, I really like. I'm using, again, I keep talking about the features. The features are amazing. It now will power a pedal. So I've been doing this gig on Sundays where I have the S1 Pro Plus. And by the way, it sounds better on the floor tilted back than it does on the table flat because it adjusts its EQ based on how you have it positioned. I have that on the floor. I use the wireless. I have a loop pedal powered by the S1 Pro Plus and linked in to the effects loop on the floor so I can still loop while being wireless. And that's just the best thing ever. I love that. I love it so much. For that gig, I'm not saying it's best for every gig, but for that gig, it's perfect. My DGT is awesome, but I play my Special 22 and old Swamp Ash Special, both HSH. Very cool. All right, any last questions before I go? And I didn't even get to my news today. The news today was supposed to be that Quad Cortex finally released an update. That deserves one of these, doesn't it? A round of applause. A sarcastic round of applause for Neural DSP. We finally got this update that was mentioned months and months and months ago. I presume it was delayed because they've been working on the editor, which is coming soon to public beta. Let's just go over this quickly because this is exciting to me. I love the Quad Cortex. I've actually got a thing coming soon about how you can amplify the Quad Cortex. That's going to be good. But this is cool too. So you can now, when you make a capture, when you capture your amp, you can now hear it through an IR cab sim, which wasn't possible before, which was kind of silly, and now it's there. The cabs are now stereo, built-in stereo in the one block. A light IR loader to use less DSP. These new amps are excellent. I don't know how you say this match more Giphy or whatever it is, but based on the Chieftain, that sounds amazing. That's so good. And then I had a Kraken very, very briefly, and this is a really good amps too for the heavier, like Marshally stuff. I love these amps they've added. They sound great, really great. And they've got the cabinets too. Didn't try the fuzz, but there's a fuzz in there. The reverse delay, I don't use that, but it sounds great. I tried it out. Not sure what the volume unity effect is yet. Another wah pedal. So not a load of new stuff, but a few, lots of little tweaks here. The keyboard UI has been apparently is easy to use. The directory is easy to use. Thank goodness for that. The tuner has got a few little changes on it, I noticed. So yeah, it's a nice little polish of an update that came out today. And what it means, more importantly, is that the editor is close behind. And I can't wait for that because I'll be able to make videos on the Quad Cortex and show it on the screen. Like if I make a video about this today, which I plan to do right now, I have to film it with my phone above the pedal, and it just looks like garbage. Once the editor is out, I can just show the editor on the screen. And I can say, right, let's take a look at this amp on this guitar that I have. And I can grab my guitar, load the amp, and show you on the screen while the sound comes through in stereo and play through the amp on that video. And whenever there's a new update, I can show the update on the screen rather than having to put a camera on the pedal. That never looks good, you know? So I'm really excited for that. Can't wait for the editor to come out. It's going to be awesome. So yeah, Neural, slow but sure. They are the slow turtle in this race. Every update is really great, but they just take so long to release them. But at least every update is always, really much appreciated, unlike other companies. All right, that's enough of that. Oh, speaking of John Mayer, I'm going to make a prediction. I think we'll get the anniversary models on Friday. Don't ask me how I know. I've seen a few posts from YouTubers alluding to certain trips to the museum and the factory. I think they've been going out there to promote this release. The biggest thing for me is, what's the quality going to be like of these guitars? Because I don't like the quality issues I've seen lately. And who's going to buy the $20,000 John Mayer signature? Who's buying that guitar? And why didn't they release more of a 28 style model? This will be in a future rant coming soon. I think we're going to see him this week, T, or at least the OMJM this week. So the minute they're announced, I'm going to go live and or I'm going to post a video reacting to the announcement, because I'm really interested in that. Does it have auto swell? I don't think so. I know that's been your complaint the whole time. I don't think so. But I think they told me you're the only person that asked for that, so that's why it's not there. No. What is that anyway? You mean like when you turn the volume up and down? Just do it yourself with a foot pedal. I'm being mean. Any suggestions for a bass-heavy Gibson J45 with Sonotone? Yeah, get a different pickup. Get a Fishman. If you want that, if you're happy with that sound but want a better quality pickup, get the Fishman Matrix. It's going to be a higher quality pickup. Also consider like the Anthem SL. If it's purely down to EQ and too much mud, then again, if you sing, get the Play Acoustic. If you don't sing, get either the Fishman or the Bags DI box, floor DI pedals that I showed earlier. Oh, that's who uses seriously? Who uses an auto swell pedal? Seriously, I don't even connect the expression pedal. I really should connect the expression pedal to the Quad Cortex for the wahs and things. I haven't done that yet. All I want is just great amp sounds, and I love the amp sounds in that thing. They're so good. They're so good. I love the format and the size, and I love it. Big fan here. Big fan of this thing. I know we've got a lot of haters in the chat. A lot of hate coming from these people in the chat about the Quad Cortex, but I really like that pedal. For me, that's potentially the next VoiceSight. It's the electric version of the VoiceSight 3 Extreme. For me, it's a classic in the making. Said from a real shill, Aaron Short. No, I really do like it, and I think it's getting there. And the thing is, it's not like the other companies are challenging them, right? It's not like there's a new Helix. It's not like Headrush made an editor. At least Neural like slowly climbing the ladder while the others are just kind of stagnating. That's how I feel. Okay, fair enough. All right. I don't use auto swell. Maybe I should. Maybe it would be real. Maybe it would be swell if I used an auto swell. Okay. I need to wrap things up. I got to make 2 videos tonight, and I'm exhausted already. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the super chat. Thanks for watching the videos this week. I'm very happy with how things are going, and I just need you to keep watching the videos and sharing them for me. It really helps. And there is some cool stuff coming this week. I've got a thing for Quad Cortex coming, which I'm really excited to show you. I'm going to talk about the update tonight, probably. And I think those Mayers are out this week, or at least very soon. Yeah, lots of cool stuff to talk about. So stay tuned. Thanks, K-Web. Stay tuned. I just must remind you, as always, if you're new here, please subscribe and ring the bell. Go into your device's options and make sure YouTube is allowing notifications at all times. Okay? Make sure that's working. I'm getting the temperature light on my camera, so I better go. Thanks for watching today. I'll see you soon. Enjoy your week, and take care and be well. Bye-bye.
no,